I hate going out to eat. First of all, because it's too expensive, but second of all, it's because most restaurants have extremely high calorie dishes with negligible amounts of protein. This is why when you're trying to lose weight, you dread hearing that your next social event is going to revolve around going out to eat or food in general. That being said, I've been around the block with this weight loss stuff. I'm currently on my second big cut. I started at 165, I'm pushing to 130 right now. And guess what? Tonight I am going out to dinner. I'm going off to college tomorrow, so I'm going out to dinner with my aunts because I won't see them for a while. And I'm gonna run you guys through my game plan on how I'm going about eating today to enjoy dinner and still stay in a deficit, even with a meal that cannot be weighed out and tracked. How will I do it? So, it is currently the morning of the day I'm going out to eat. And before I get started on any meals today, the first thing I do is I figure out what I'm going to eat beforehand so I can manage the meals that I'm eating the rest of the day. My main goal when looking at this menu is going to be finding a lower calorie, high protein dish. And so, how do I do that? Well, we're going out to a seafood place today, so it should be easier for me to find a dish like that. The only problem here would be high calorie sides. So I'm gonna look for something with a lean protein, meaning it doesn't have a lot of fat, maybe some veggies, maybe, and a lower calorie side, like I said, like some rice, side salad, you know? Because I do just want to have my normal meals today, I don't really care to turn this into a cheat meal sort of thing. All right, we're on the website now. Let's start with appetizers, even though I would probably steer away from an appetizer. Let's just check it out. Okay, Hush Puppy Basket. See, this would be not the best choice if you're trying to stay in a deficit. That's literally just like fried bread with whipped butter on the side. Yeah, so if you're opting for an appetizer, just avoid the fried stuff. Avoid the fried calamari, the fried jumbo shrimp. All this is fried jumbo shrimp. Probably not gonna get an appetizer. If I were to get an appetizer, it would be either the seared ahi tuna, the surf and turf, or the mussels. Probably the surf and turf though. We gotta find my main dish is what we need to do. So what entices me here is the sea and seafood platters. I'm not going to a seafood place and getting from the land. We'll go through everything here. Let's see the sea. So here, when you're looking for a high protein dish, you want that protein to be grilled or seared or baked, whatever, as long as it's not fried in oil or like pan fried. Pan fried would be better than straight up fried, but you don't know how much oil they're using, and restaurants tend to use a shit ton of oil because they want it to taste good. The more oil, the more, you know, tasty and luxurious it's gonna be, so they use a lot. Oh, here's another. Broiled. Broiled is good. Okay, so this fresh catch and lemon pepper sea scallops would be good options, but what could make or break the dish would be the creamy risotto, because risotto is rice, awesome, but then it's like butter and whipping cream. Wait, let me look. What is in risotto? Rice, butter, parm. Oh, I guess there is no cream. Okay, so I guess it would just depend on how much butter they use, but again, they're probably gonna opt for using more butter. Let's keep looking. Aha! Here's what we have. We can get rice pilaf. Rice pilaf, to my understanding, what is rice pilaf? Yeah, it's just rice, broth, and seasoning. So that would be naturally lower calorie than the risotto. So if you did want to get one of those things, right, you can exchange out the sides. Like be like, I'd like the rice pilaf instead of the risotto. Let's go to the seafood platters now that we have all this information. Broiled seafood platter. Ooh. Sea scallops, shrimp, whitefish, mussels, lemon pepper and blackening spice, side of lemon beurre blanc with rice pilaf and asparagus. And then we got a grilled shrimp platter right next to that, roasted potatoes and green beans with roasted tomatoes. Okay, those sound delectable. But then right under it, fried shrimp, fried flounder, fried scallops, fried oysters. See, this is what we'd steer away from if we're not trying to like have a cheat meal. The fried stuff, yeah, this is all like fried, breaded fish. Because not only is it doused in oil, like deep fried in oil, it also has that breading on it, making it higher calorie. So like I said, we go for the broiled, we go for the grilled, if we're trying to be mindful. So my game plan right now, I'm not gonna lie, I've been here before. And when I've been here, I was able to order scallops or shrimp a la carte, meaning no sides at all. And I'm pretty down with that. So my plan is to do that. So I can still have my pre-workout carbs today. I can still eat kind of how I want, and I can still have a snack at night. Like right now, my options are get the a la carte protein or get the broiled seafood platter or grilled shrimp platter with a side of rice pilaf. And what will make or break this decision is just dependent if I want a side of rice tonight at 6 p.m. because my game plan, like like I said, is to eat how I normally eat, which would be, okay, I have my carb heavy meal right now, which you'll see in a second. I go work out, I have a post-workout high protein meal. Then we're gonna have this for dinner, and then after, I'm gonna have some snacks. I usually save my snacking for nighttime. So I will have less snacks tonight if I decide to order a side of rice. But if I just get the straight up protein a la carte, then we could have snacks tonight. But I hope you guys gathered some good information here. Let's just go to the land for the sake of information. Oh, they really only have 3 things. Seared chicken breast. See, that would be good. Chicken breast is lean. Filet mignon is lean. But like if you're going to a seafood place, you need to get seafood. Overall, this is a very macro-friendly restaurant. And I'm sure a couple of you are still a little confused because I still don't know the calorie count and the protein of this dish. But let me take you through my full day of eating and basically my daily routine. And I'll explain to y'all all my actions at the end of this video and how I know I'm in a deficit without tracking this actual meal, okay? Let's get started with the day. All right, chat. I am now having meal 1, which is my overnight oats. Yeah, like I said, we still have it a carb heavy meal, even though we're going out to eat later. What I did do though with these overnight oats is I made them lower calorie than I usually make them because I did not add the 20 grams of peanut butter that I usually do, which saves me about 115 calories that I could dedicate towards dinner if I'd like to, or snacks for later. What I did instead, 40 grams of oats, 30 grams of Skippy peanut butter protein powder, and 15 grams of PB Fit with about half of a bananas and cream premier protein shake, making this extremely high protein, still carb heavy, still gonna use it towards my workout, which I'm going to in about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna chow down on that and walk on my walking pad to let that digest. If you're wondering why there's like clothes and a bunch of shit around my room right now, I am packing up for college. Pretty sure I told y'all in the intro that I'm going out to eat tonight because I'm going back to college. Yeah, so everything's kind of a mess as I prepare to move out. But getting some steps in because we still gotta hit 15K today. I'm gonna get some editing done, you know, the usual. Right after I eat this, I'm gonna take my vitamin D and V1 multivitamin. Code LOON at V1 Nutra to save 15%. I take my daily vitamins so I don't feel like shit, especially when I'm cutting. You're not getting as many nutrients from food as you would if you were eating more food. So yeah, typical morning routine. I'll see y'all when I get into the pre-workout routine. All right, you guys, it's been like a little over an hour since that last clip, so we're going to hit back. I've waited enough time for that pre-workout meal to digest. I'm gonna use the carbs from those oats to hit a stellar workout. And then on top of that, I just took a scoop of V1 pre-workout, 200 milligrams of caffeine, solid focus, solid pump formula, which means I should be looking sexy post-lift, hopefully. And I'll have more energy, more focus. So took actual pre-workout, but then on top of that, I also need to take my salt-based electrolytes and my creatine for my pre-workout ritual. Salt-based electrolytes to keep me hydrated, which means I won't be brain foggy, I won't get any cramps, I won't feel like shit. And then creatine, I could really take it any time of day, but if I don't take it with my pre-workout, I'll probably forget. So with all that out of the way, I'm gonna have a solid workout, and I keep my straps in my car because if I forget them, then it absolutely ruins back day. So I just, you know, I keep them in here because then how would I forget them? Also, look at this cool ass duck that my grandma got me. I love it. But let's go hit back. My back day right now mainly consists of single arm movements. This is by no means necessary, but I do this due to my muscle imbalance in my back, which is most likely caused by my scoliosis. I do 4 sets per arm with a 90-degree angle to hit my upper back, then 3 sets per arm with my elbow tucked to hit my lats. After that, I finish with 2 sets of lat pull down and 2 sets of rear delt flies, but I forgot to record them because I'm an L influencer. All of these sets are taken to failure with the exception of my dominant arm during some single arm movements. My non-dominant side hits failure, and then I just do the same amount of reps on my dominant side, even if it doesn't hit failure, which usually it doesn't because that side is stronger. And then of course I have to give y'all a physique update. I am feeling pretty good despite still being up some pounds for my diet break. Also, if you're curious, my muscle imbalance is on the left side. Not the worst, but I'm gonna fix it. Now I'm gonna send it back to post-lift loony. Very solid back day, I must say. That pre made me dial the hell in. I finished way earlier than I thought I would. It is currently 2:15 p.m. I'm going home. I'm not super hungry, but I'll see you at meal 2. Okay, I lied. I do not have meal 2 in hand, clearly. But that's just because I'm not that hungry right now. So we back on the walking pad, gonna stimulate the appetite a bit. It is like 2:45 right now. I just played with Woody for a little bit because I'm not gonna see him for such a long time. So we played. And before I get into meal 2, I wanted to give you guys some updates. If you're keeping up with the vlogs in consecutive order, you'll know that last vlog, I said I was locking back in from my diet break where I gained 10 pounds. So I started at 155 and today I weighed it at 151 and we've been on track for about a week and a half. But my lowest weigh-in so far is 150. 150.2. So I do think I'll get back to my lowest weight in this cut of 145.5. I started at 165, by the way, but I think I'll get back to that weight in like maybe another week and a half. So I took 3 weeks off dieting and now I just added another 3 weeks, basically. Not that big of a deal, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. With that being said, we're gonna get some more steps in and then I'll see you actually for real next time at meal 2. We are now on to meal number 2 at 3:20 p.m. Dinner is at 6, so this will be the last meal before dinner, but let me break down what I got for y'all here. So if you're new here, I have red meat every single day. If you're not new here, you're probably sick of me saying it, but red meat, super nutrient dense food. I make sure to have 4 ounces at least every single day. This is 220 grams of 96.4 beef with some onions and mushrooms in there. Those are just there for volume and saying that I eat vegetables, and also not just having a straight up plate of ground beef. This is like 50 grams of protein. It's absolutely gonna keep me full until dinner, and I still have 1 more meal left after I go out to eat. But yeah, basically just having a high protein post-workout meal. Is it the most tasty thing on earth? No, but I eat meals like this so I can have a big snack later. I don't care. And meal 4, the meal after dinner, is gonna be even tastier than this, so stay tuned. And now the next 2.5 hours will entail me organizing all this shit and the stuff in my room, because I pack up to leave tomorrow, which will be a whole other vlog that y'all need to stay tuned for. So make sure you subscribe to see me drive 9 hours with my entire supplement collection and also getting in my protein on a 9-hour road trip. It'll be a great video, so subscribe, turn on noties. You know, but yeah, next 2.5 hours, I'll be doing this and walking on this while I work. Very interesting life that I live. We have now time traveled to the future. It is 5:30 p.m. I'm leaving in a couple minutes for dinner, but I just wanted to say, I currently have my 3 trackable meals planned in my calorie tracking app. So that includes the meal I'm having a couple hours after dinner, but without dinner tracked because I simply just don't know what it will be. I'm not bringing my food scale to the seafood restaurant and asking them to weigh out everything. Maybe I should though. There's no reason I can't. No, I'm just playing. But the way I have things planned out right now has me at around 1,100 calories for 145 grams of protein. Meaning I can order just about anything I want at the restaurant while hitting my protein goal of 160 grams and my calorie goal of 2,000 or less for this deficit, because my maintenance is around 2,700 because I walk a shit ton. So really the world is my oyster. Get it? Because I'm going to a seafood place. The world is my oyster. If I pull up and I decide that I want a fried seafood dish, I could get that. I could get the broiled seafood platter with the rice pilaf, or I can get my a la carte shit. It'll probably put me above my protein goal, but I don't really care about that. The more protein, the better. I don't care. It's just a matter of what I will be craving as soon as I get to the restaurant, and if that craving outweighs my need for a snack later. So basically, I can make any choice I want and still be in a deficit. I just centered these 3 meals around protein rather than equally balancing the macros. But yeah, let's cut to dinner. See what I end up doing. I'm back from dinner. As you Oh, you could see my ass in the fucking... Oh no, we gotta change camera angles. Anyways, back from dinner, and the moment you've all been waiting for, what did I get? Well, when I got to the restaurant, I was low-key pondering because the pasta was looking good, the fried seafood was sounding enticing, but then I started to think about the midnight snack I want to have later, and I started thinking about how I literally only wanted seared scallops, so that's what I got. I only got seared scallops, 2 orders of it. I was only gonna get 1 and a side of grilled shrimp, but I'm not gonna lie, my aunts, they do spoil me. So they said, get whatever I want. So I got what I wanted. 2 orders of scallops. That was a lot of scallops. I was not expecting that many. So meal 3 is going to be revised a little bit to be a little less protein because I had to be at least 25 grams of protein on that plate. Very minimal oil. Like, of course, when something's seared, there's going to be oil, but I don't think that that dish could have been more than 300 calories. Like, if I had to make a prediction right now, with meal 4 included, the one I'm having a little later, probably around 10, I would say that we're at like 1350 calories, meaning I have 600 calories to play with for snacks later, which is stellar. Will I use that full 600? Who knows? But like I said, my maintenance is 2700. So even if I do have 600 calories, and even if I was still a little incorrect, if the meal somehow ended up being 400 calories, it was 2 plates of scallops, probably 4 ounces each. With the oil, yeah, I would say that's like 300 calories. But since I got that, a full protein a la carte dish, I just have a bunch of calories to play with. And I have another meal, so we're chilling. I could have gotten whatever I wanted at that restaurant and still been in a deficit. I just wouldn't be able to have a snack later. Oh, and back to the point of my aunt spoiling me. I went to Harris Teeter after because I wanted to get my chocolate, and they actually bought me all 5 of these bars, and these bars are like $5 each. So love being spoiled, love having my chocolate. We're probably gonna have one of these later. It's 360 calories for one of these bars. Main takeaways here: if you're going out to dinner, just have your other meals for the day, have a lot of protein in them. You'll hit your protein goal. And honestly, I wasn't even super hungry when I was at dinner because I had that big plate of beef a couple hours before, and since protein takes so long to digest, I was still satiated when I was at dinner. Of course, I still enjoyed dinner. I still had room for dinner, but I didn't get there and I was absolutely ravenous and ready to eat all the fried food. Like, I was very, very content with those scallops, and I love scallops. Was this kind of on easy mode because I could get a la carte protein? Yes, but what restaurant are you going out to where you can't do that? You know, Applebee's, Chili's, stuff like that. You can easily get a chicken breast, side of broccoli, side of rice. Is it the most palatable thing? No, but if you don't want to have a cheat meal, what else are you gonna do? You're going there for the social aspect of it, not for the food, you know? But since I genuinely enjoy just having a la carte protein, that was a perfect meal for me. So with that being said, I'm gonna walk a little bit more on my walking pad because even though I am at over 15,000 steps for the day, I wanna get 20K. We're gonna push to 20K, and I'll see y'all when I have my next meal. Yeah, hey guys, I'm back. So, I did just call the restaurant because I was looking back on the videos and that does not look like 4 ounces of meat at all. It's actually 7 ounces per order, so 14 ounces of scallops. Bro, my dumbass, I do not know seafood macros. 350 calories, okay, I was right about the calories of the dish. 67.5 grams of protein, that's crazy. I don't even think I'm gonna need my... I do not need my meal 4. Okay, I tracked the scallops and I'm at 1,100 calories for the day. With my protein goal, I'm at 164 grams of protein. Looks like I'm not having my 2 daily eggs. It doesn't look like I need them. I mean, I had a shit ton of red meat. I had a shit ton of scallops. And now I seriously am just gonna have fun with the rest of my calories today, like I said. But I can't believe I grossly underestimated the protein that badly and the serving weight. Like, I'm really disappointed in myself. I'm frankly quite embarrassed. That explains why I'm so satiated right now. Well, I'll see you guys in a couple hours when I hit the Penji and I get to snacking. So it is in fact the next morning. I'm sorry, I neglected you guys last night. After I got my 20K steps in, I got super distracted with packing the rest of my clothes. And then my boys were itching to play Fortnite, so I played Fortnite. And I mean, I neglected the vlog. I'm really sorry, guys. I hope that you can forgive me, but I did in fact end off the night with a Lily's chocolate bar while I Fortnited. And I had what was left in this bag of Lesser Evil Space Balls. These are like holistic as fuck cheese balls. I love them so much. And here were the calories and macros for the day. It is an estimate, but I know I was in a deficit because, like I said earlier, my maintenance is like 2,700 calories. So that is steep enough of a potential deficit where I know even if I was a couple hundred calories off, which I probably wasn't, but if I was, I'd be safe. I'd still be in a deficit. So guys, going out to eat is not the end of the world if you're trying to lose weight, especially if it's not something you do extremely often. If you do find it being super often, you have outings, work things that revolve around going out to dinner, do what I did. Get straight up protein. Get a side of steamed broccoli. I know I went to a seafood place, so I had it easier, but most places you go to will probably be able to give you some sort of lean protein with some sort of vegetable on the side if that's what you want to do. If not, go back to the beginning of this video and take note of some tips I gave you about how foods are cooked, the sides they come with, basically to scope out if that dish is going to be like 1,200 calories or not. You look for the grilled, you look for the broiled, the baked, the seared, that sort of stuff. Avoid the fried, avoid the creamy, buttery stuff, and you should naturally have a low-calorie meal. I'm telling you, most restaurants will be able to do it, even if it's not on the menu. They're not going to be annoyed that you're asking for a freaking seared chicken breast with a side of broccoli, okay? I know people probably get anxious to ask for special stuff, but technically the things I got yesterday, like the side scallops were actually an add-on to a dish, but I just asked for 2 orders of the add-on scallops. They weren't like, you need to be adding that to something. Like, it's not the end of the world, I promise. I do it all the time. Anyways, I have to finish packing the rest of my stuff for college. I've kind of been doing that all day. Make sure you subscribe so that you can see tomorrow's vlog of me driving 9 hours back up to school, what I'm gonna be eating to hit my protein goal, what my car is going to look like, packed with like 30 tubs of protein, and then basically moving into my new apartment, all my college life stuff. Why would you ever want to miss that, you know? What am I forgetting? Oh yeah, use code LOON at checkout.